Liz here with your Daily Lizard. And today I want to talk about, again, life is 10% what happens to you and 90% of how you react to it. But how do you react to things? How do you naturally react to things? You need to know that. The first thing that you have to figure out is, who are you naturally? What is it? What are the things that press your buttons, that just push every last irritating button that you have? What just nickels at you? What just bothers you, annoys you, irritates you, just frustrates you a little here and there? Here's the action for today. Write those things down, or record yourself, or type them up, whatever it takes. Write those things down. Don't fight them. Don't argue with them. Don't worry that, ooh, they're too bad. Write them down. Don't let these things haunt you and be part of who you are, but not something or things that you can use as tools to be able to lead yourself in a better direction and to be able to react in a better way. Here's an example. I know that one of the things that really just gets under my skin is when I have to repeat things over and over and over again. So my poor husband, he is a really busy guy, and he says, hey, when's your next trip? And I tell him, hey, it's on such and such day. I'm going here, and here's my itinerary. This is when you have to take me to the airport, and here's when you'll have to pick me up. What do you think happens 3 days later? Yeah, he asked me again. So when's your next trip? Where are you going? Because it's way too much information, right? Here I am creating this mess, right? This is something that's happening to me because the second time that he asked me, I'm like, honey, I told you, remember? I'm still really nice. I'm going to blah, 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 and blah, blah, all of my details again. And the third time, I'm less nice. I'm like, Tim, seriously, I already told you this. Can y'all see that I'm creating this, right? But how am I reacting? I'm reacting in a way that is really negative, and I'm reacting like, who's the problem? Tim's the problem. But is Tim the problem? He just wants to know what the plans are, and he can't hold all this stuff in his memory. How do I know that? Because he's asked me 5 times, 6 times. He can't remember all this. So why haven't I reacted in a different way? Why do I keep doing the same thing over and over and over again? Right? So my suggestion is, you know what's bugging you? React in a new way. My new way in this situation was, I got a huge wall calendar, huge. I think it's 9 feet long, 8 feet long, something. And it's got the entire year printed out. And I put all of my trips on it. I put where I'm going. I put how long I'm going to be gone. And this is so awesome. He loves this. Now, I actually put the airline that I'm flying out of town on and flying in on, and the time of my flight. So if my flight is at this last trip I just went on, my flight was at 5 a.m. and up at the top of the calendar, it says airport 2.5 hours early, because I have to leave my house 2.5 hours before my flight leaves. So he can quickly look at the calendar and see it says, I have to leave at 5 o'clock. So that means we have to leave 2.5 hours early at 2:30 in the morning. Yay! He has all the information right up there. So the first time he said, hey honey, when's your next trip? After I'd already put the calendar up, he already knew it was up there. I could have spouted off the stuff, really irritated, told him again. I could have told him, I wrote it all on the calendar. Why don't you just go look at the calendar, right? I could have, but instead I chose to do it a different way. Honey, I put it all on the calendar so it's easy for you to be able to see. Let me show you how to read it. Let me make sure that you understand how it works. Do you like it? Is this going to be helpful? Or do you just like to talk to me about it? He's like, yeah, I don't really like to talk to you about it because you're so crappy about it. Like, I know. So here we go. So when you have something that you know bugs you, how can you respond in a different way? So remember, back to what we said in the very beginning, your action is write down all those things. Write them down, and you don't have to worry that you don't get your complete list today, because if you're like me, there's a bunch of those things, right? Get yourself a list, put it somewhere. It doesn't matter where. I have it on the desktop of my computer. So when I remember what something is or something bugs me, I'm like, add that to the list. And that's just something that I work on now. That's just one of those things that I now put some time into so that I can get those things fixed and they don't bug me nearly as often. So learn how to get around those things that are irritating you by first identifying them. All right, that's it for today. Talk to you soon. Bye.